I do just want to start by acknowledging the awful tragedy that took place over the weekend in Nashua at Sky Meadow Country Club. I also want to thank the Tyngsborough Police Department and our regional partners for their prompt response to ensure that our neighborhoods that were bordering the area were secured. Before I even spoke to Chief Woods, the on-duty shift commander had reassigned units to make sure that areas like Danforth Road, 440 Middlesex were covered. We promptly sent out a reverse 911 alert to residents to let them know that we believed that there was a second suspect on the loose, and quickly sent out an all-clear notice once it became clear that there was only one suspect. It is a timely reminder that if you haven't yet, you can sign up for our reverse 911 alerts at tyngsborough.gov. It's a relatively straightforward process, but certainly if residents have a hard time, our office can enroll you. If you've enrolled yourself, though, you have to unenroll yourself. We can't go in and change your account. We get that sometimes when people move out of town. But really, you should sign up. We use it primarily for emergency alerts or really big notifications. And in a situation like what we saw over the weekend, I think being able to send that alert out, particularly at 9 o'clock on a Saturday, was very helpful. I want to thank our health department, especially our public health nurse, Ashley Pavlakos, for coordinating last week's Light the Night opioid vigil in the town center. It was a wonderful tribute and a moving reminder of the impact that the opioid crisis has had on communities like ours across the nation. National Grid will be hosting in-person support office hours here in Tyngsborough on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Our local customer service advocate will be at the Center for Active Living and will be available to answer questions about bills, payment programs, assist with enrollment in those programs, and much more. There's no sign-up required. All you have to do is show up and get your questions answered. This is the first time that National Grid has offered this to Tyngsborough. This board is acutely aware that we've kind of increased the pressure, if you will, on them to be more responsive. So no question too big or too small. This customer service advocate who is assigned to Tyngsborough, so we'll be able to directly follow up with you as opposed to calling the 1-800 number and waiting. I'm also excited to announce that in the coming days, we're launching a new digital calendar for events at the Center for Active Living. This calendar will allow residents to sign up for alerts anytime an event is added, modified, or canceled. It will also show on the homepage of tyngsborough.gov and directly on the Council on Aging's page on the town's website. This idea came out of the last Council on Aging meeting, which I attended, and it's another step in the direction they're looking to go with being more accessible, changing the way people think of the center. And so I'm really excited about this. It's going to operate the same way that our calendar alerts for meetings operate, so you can sign up when the select board posts an agenda or the school committee. And it'll really allow us to give real-time information in the winter if it's snowing and we close the center. We try to do robocalls to people who have previously participated, but if you never participated in the event before, we don't have you in the list. So now you'll get an email and not waste your time coming out. An update on the demolition of 180 Lakeview Ave. Speaking of National Grid, they have finally cut the gas connection to the former Council on Aging building. That's the last step that we needed in order to get the abatement and demolition started. I expect to have a new schedule from SNR, which is our contractor, this week, and I'll keep the board appraised. But residents should expect to start seeing construction equipment show up at the site, as well as fencing around the building in the coming days. Again, as we've said from the beginning, we are preserving access to the softball fields and a majority of the parking lot, so there shouldn't be much of an impact to the rec programming. And then just a handful of reminders about upcoming events. The Council on Aging is hosting bingo again. Their next installment of bingo is this Wednesday. Doors open at 5:30 and the game starts promptly at 6:30 p.m. The Fall Health and Safety Fair will take place on Saturday, September 27th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tyngsborough Elementary School. The Tyngsborough Public Library will host a community walk at Ironwood Park on Monday, September 29th, 2025 from 3 to 4 p.m. This promises to be a lovely way to celebrate Good Neighbor Days and take a stroll through our beautiful park. The annual Friends of the Tyngsborough Public Library book sale will take place on October 4th, 2025 from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. right here in the community room. You can donate books to the library for the book sale through October 2nd. The Sustainability Committee, the Tyngsborough Public Library, and the Tyngsborough Dunstable Rotary will host a repair cafe on Saturday, October 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hive, which is located at 2 Bridgeview Circle. Volunteers will help you repair your electronics, clothing, jewelry, bicycles, lamps, sewing machines, and much more. Anything that you can't repair there can go to Zero Waste Day, most likely, on November 1st, 2025 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. our website in the next couple of days will have a full list of all the things that are accepted. And the Tyngsborough Public Library is planning an oral history day on Saturday, February 21st, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the library to collect oral histories related to the Winslow School. They'll be releasing more details in the coming months, but save the date. The Oral History of Winslow School project was funded by the Community Preservation Committee and approved by town meeting this last fall. And then one last minute addition, we will do our annual all-staff training on November 19th. So we will open the town hall, the library, and the Center for Active Living at 11 a.m. This is going to be our third year doing it, and we're grateful to the library trustees for supporting it. We start the morning with all of our staff, and we cover general topics. We always have a different theme, and I'm not ready to announce it. And then at 11, staff go back, we open the buildings, and we spend an additional hour and a half with department heads doing kind of bigger picture goal setting, leadership training, and the like. It's been very well received. I think the first year we were nervous that people might not buy into it because it was the first time, but we've seen everybody comes to it. Every year people get more enthusiastic about it. And so grateful to this board for the support, the trustees, and all of our staff that participate, and to the residents for understanding.
Just a couple last quick updates from me. My truck fundraiser did not make the report this time, so maybe we'll add that for next time. Last week, the Fire Headquarters Designer Selection Committee met with 3 finalist firms to provide a schematic design for new fire department headquarters. The committee consisted of myself, Select Person Cohane, DPW Superintendent Zwicker, and then Fire Chief Russell and Assistant Chief Sands. The committee has made its recommendation to Town Manager Loiselle, which will now proceed to the negotiation phase and hopefully the awarding of a contract in short order. We expect those negotiations to take place this week, with design process kicking off in the next couple of weeks in all likelihood. And then finally, touching on budget discussions that we had earlier today and that had not started yet. On that topic, next week, the Capital Asset Management Committee will begin capital planning for the fiscal year 27 capital budget. The first meeting will be at 6:30 at Tyngsborough High School in the PDC room and will be available like this meeting on YouTube and on the town's website. And that's it for me.